Hello, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, and I'm remembering to grab my mic.
Whoopsie.
Hello.
President and the technical guy, hence the microphone thing. I'm the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, we have a couple products that make keto easy. Keto Chow is a nutritionally complete meal designed to make keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
We're winning today.
Yes, we are.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. We love having you with us on our journey. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us indeed. So lots of people were on a bit early. Andrea was first.
Yay!
Dennis, hi. Dennis, Andrea. Let's see. Oh, or was already on. Right Family says good morning. Debbie is on. Jerry is also on. Confident Fit Mom says good morning. Let's see. Glenda. Oh, where'd that go? Glenda says, good morning, everyone. I've been really trying to get the right amount of protein in, but I have trouble sometimes. I hit my fat before I get all my protein. Got to tweak it some more.
Yeah.
If you are using Keto Chow, you can lower the amount of fat.
Yeah, lower the fat. I actually did that today. I made a bunch this morning and put less fat than normal.
Let's see. Marie says, woohoo, I woke up early enough to catch the morning live stream when it's live. Blue Dev says, I'm struggling to get more protein in too. Now that I've found out my favorite whey powder has heavy metals. I need to know if this has been tested in Keto Chow. Now that is a very, very good question. So, there we go.
Muscles.
Let me see if I can. TROP 65.
Oh yes, the heavy metals.
Okay. Keto Chow and heavy metal exposure. Proposition 65 warning. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, California has this really fun citizens initiative known as Proposition 65 or Prop 65. It's the reason why almost everything that you buy says, this is known to cause cancer to the state of California. Seriously, I have a bag of pellets for our smoker that says, this is known to cause cancer. I'm like, it's wood.
Chairs,
Anyway.
food, coffee.
So we got served notice that someone was planning to sue us for violating Proposition 65. And we're like,
How?
Well, they're doing it on the assumption that anything that grows in the ground, which most products use a lot of plant sourced stuff, anything that grows in the ground is going to pick up heavy metals. And the levels that Proposition 65 is going for are absurdly low. Basically, they took, it's if you get this much times 1,000, it has been shown to cause issues in mouse studies, okay? I'm not going to argue the validity of it because if you sell stuff in California, it's the law. You have to have a warning if you go above a certain amount of heavy metals. Okay, here comes the table. So we paid a company to test it. Lead is interesting because there's a no significant risk level for causing cancer, but there's also the maximum allowable dose level for causing reproductive harm, which is 0.0005 milligrams per day.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's 1/1000th of the actual amount. Anyway, so we tested it, and almost all of the flavors of Keto Chow are below the amount necessary, and a lot of that's coming from the vitamins. Everything is going to have heavy metals to some degree, but except for the salted caramel. The salted caramel, they can't even measure it, and the strawberry, they couldn't even measure it. But things like mocha, which uses
plants
plants
that are grown in the ground on the earth,
and snickerdoodle in particular,
which has cinnamon,
which
is a plant.
Those ones do actually have enough that we would need to put a warning that, hey, if you have 1,000 servings of this in a day, then California Proposition 65. Now, the funny thing is, that's because we're using cinnamon. We're using 1/4 of a gram of cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
And so the lawyers that served us with the notice, they guessed right that if you have anything that grows in the ground, it's going to have enough lead to trigger a Proposition 65.
Yep.
So on our website, there is a Proposition 65 warning. It's there. It links to that article that I put in there. There you go. So technically, we do have to warn people about heavy metals, but it's just because we use cinnamon and, in this case, coffee in the mocha. So there you go. Okay. That was a bit of a...
So your stuff may not be as bad as you think.
That's actually true. The other stuff that you were looking at, Blue Dove, may not be as bad as you think. You may need to, just see if they have, what sort of information they actually have as far as the exposure levels. A lot of companies don't publish quite as detailed as we do.
Yeah, we're crazy.
But if the stuff that you're having, like if you're using a plant-only protein, like pea protein or soy protein, your exposure
Every
levels
single
are
one
going
of
to
those
be...
bags should say Proposition 65 on it.
Yeah, it'll be exponentially higher. How about that? Let's see. Diane is on. So is Deb. Shauna says good morning. Blaine says morning bears. Keto Dana is on. She's going to Keto Palooza. It's a vacation for her. She's not taking her pets or her husband or anybody else.
Perfect. We'll see you there.
Mimi's on. Matreya's on as well. Lynette says good morning from the super cool Keto Chow storefront.
Super cool.
Donna thinks your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's see. Les is on. So is Brigitte. And let's see. Jason says good morning, Keto friend. Let's see. Red Wine says good morning from Wyoming, heading to Tooele, Utah for delivery tomorrow morning.
We know what it is.
We do know where that is.
You should come see.
Do you guys remember the thing Hooked on Phonics?
Hooked on Phonics worked for you.
There was a
Worked for me.
billboard
Sorry, what is it?
here in, that's what it was. There was a billboard here in Utah. Tooele is an area, it was named by a bunch of people who came from the Pacific Islands and moved to Utah. It's got a bit of a strange name. But somebody, the billboard says, it's like trying to explain Tooele to Hooked on Phonics.
Yeah, because it looks like Thule.
It does indeed. Let's see. Melissa says, good morning. I'm chowing now. I had to bring Miriam's Keto Chow.
Yes, I made myself Keto Chow this morning with all of the remaining blender bottles in the house.
Which was like 8 or something, right?
It was an even number. I had 3, 3, and 3.
Oh,
so
nice.
However
So
many
9.
that is.
Nice.
Yeah. I almost opened up the dishwasher and washed more, but I said, well, I don't care that much.
Okay.
So I made mint, and I made a test flavor, and I made chocolate.
Okay. Shauna says he made the scrambled egg protein pudding. So good. So it's Maria Emmerich's recipe, but instead of using a hard-boiled egg, you just scramble the eggs. Misty Pole says, good morning. Diane says, what's the minimum amount of fat that needs to be added to absorb the vitamins and mineral properly? As far as we can tell, you need about 10 grams of fat per meal to absorb the absorb the vitamins that are in the meal. So there's a lot of back and forth about what the actual number is, but as best we can tell, that's what it is. So let's see. Renee says, I had chocolate toffee keto chow made with coffee and a healthy dusting of cayenne this morning. Matreya says, I'm extra amused by the warning on my smoker pellets.
Yeah.
The first time I saw that, I was like,
what?
Wait, what? And it's because
it grows out of the ground.
So, and on mine, so I buy my pellets from, so there's a brand called Lumberjack. They have a whole bunch of local dealers in my area. It's literally guys who have a garage full of pellets. And you just find them on OfferUp or Craigslist or whatever, and you just say, hey, I need a bunch of pellets, and it's way cheaper than Traeger, and they're super high quality. Anyway, the ones that I have, it actually has not only the Proposition 65 lead warning, but it also tells you that using them may expose you to carbon monoxide and other potentially fatal things, and the fumes can cause cancer as well. And I'm like,
Wow. Those are dangerous.
okay. Let's see. Maitreya says, yeah, they're flammable. Renee says, a nice kick in the back of the throat. Okay. Oh, with the cayenne pepper.
Yeah. Wow.
Jerry loves heavy metal.
Yeah, the music.
I think that's what, yeah. Better than death metal. Shauna says, is that a mineral challenge? Proposition 64. Yeah, Proposition 65, yeah. Mike says, laws like Prop 65 are created to make money for lawyers. Nobody is protected by it.
Yeah.
They sure claim that a lot of people are protected by it. They talk about all the industries that have changed their ways because of it.
They have to mark their packaging now.
Yep. There are some companies that actually do change the formulations, but
with everything going plant-based, it seems like that's not going to work.
Well, and what's really interesting is there's discussion about creating an exemption for Proposition 65 for natural products. So the cinnamon that we use in Keto Chow would no longer count towards the... Yeah, but then what's the point of it? If things that grow in the ground pick up lead.
Yeah.
And you're
it's
trying
so
to...
that you don't like add lead to things.
Yeah, but most people are getting their lead exposure from natural sources.
That's interesting.
Anyway.
I had a thought, but it went away.
A Confident Fit Mom is asking Maitreya about the carnivore crisps.
Oh, I just ordered those.
After the 2KK Live, and there were a few options.
Oh, that's funny because they I don't remember them talking about carnivore crisp, but because they were talking about protein, I decided to get some.
And then it turns out we had some sitting in a bin next to my side of the bed, and I haven't been eating them because you wanted to try them.
I want to eat them.
Jerry says, California, for your breathing, you should stop because that could cause cancer.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right.
Angel says, morning keto showers. My husband swears exposing himself to copper pipes every day keeps him healthy.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay. Andrew says, well, Snickerdoodle is consumed daily by me and I'm thriving. I love it. Yeah, but don't eat 1,000 of them. Okay.
Yeah, another thing that we've learned about in manufacturing is you can make a lot of things without using the actual real things. So there are flavors, there are different components of things that you can use without using cocoa powder, without using cinnamon, without using...
Our pistachio flavored Keto Chow doesn't have actual
pistachios in it.
It's safe for people that are allergic to it.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. Blue Dove says, awesome. It makes me feel better. You guys are so transparent about possible contaminants. Most companies are very don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. So your other protein that you like may be just fine.
Oh, he said it was Consumer Report. They said. I'm not sure Blue Dove. I think we actually covered this last night on the Bronson stream, but I forgot. Sorry.
Oh.
Anyway, it was a Consumer Reports, and Isopure Zero Carb was among the 5 worst tested.
Oh.
Jerry says, it's gotten to the point where I just ignore anything that says California proposition. Yeah. Actually, that's
kind of what I do too.
Maitreya says, looking through Keto Savage's YouTubes, they did a review, and I think they may have a coupon code for the carnivore.
Oh, dang it. That would have been good. Those are expensive.
Blaine says, however did the human race survive this long without the state firmly watching over us? I was shocked they weren't all dead, tongue firmly in cheek. Yeah, somehow our ancestors survived without warnings on playground equipment. Carolyn says, I'm hooked on your shakes. Maitreya says, Chris, did you find an alternate hotel or verify whether they have any hypo or allergenic areas? I haven't looked at it yet because...
we're talking about when we go to Ketopalooza in September.
Yeah. I get most of my work done when I'm at work.
Yeah, right.
So things like that.
You live, work. So you also get most of your work done when you're at home.
Yeah. But after the live stream, we went from one thing to another, and then right to bed. And then I woke up at 4:30 and did other stuff. Jerry says, I think all the California wines all have a Proposition 65.
Oh, probably, because wine comes from grapes.
And it's not just wines that are made in California. if you sell anything to
Yeah.
a California consumer,
Which is why we have to put it on there, because we're not made in California.
then you have to have a warning that they're able to read and see the little thing in case they can't read before the exposure occurs. So it has to be on the outside of the packaging and or on every website where they could possibly order it from. So there you go. If you go to order Keto Chow off of Amazon, there is a Proposition 65 warning, and on our website there is one as well. But the one on the Amazon site isn't quite as verbose. Angela says I made a raspberry cheesecake into a pudding with gelatin. Had a big scoop of that with Maria's egg chocolate. Oh, the two of them together? That sounds
Nice.
really good.
Yes.
Kara says I just tried the chocolate peanut butter and love it. Tastes like chocolate peanut ice cream. We'll be buying more. Nice. Kaden has a 6.24 GKI. I'll add more cinnamon to my eggnog. It's a bit high for you, isn't it, Kaden? Dennis says Tooele. Doesn't help that it really is in the Tules.
It's true.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, there was nothing in
There
Tooele.
was nothing there.
But as the Salt Lake Valley has run out of space.
People go over the mountain.
Uh-huh.
It's cute there, though. There's like a little man-made lake and stuff
Well, it depends on which part of Tooele you're looking at.
by Grantsville.
Yes. Jerry says I had a blender bottle party last night. I made 3 Fruit Loops, which is lemon, strawberry, and orange.
I wanted to
mixed
do
together.
that, but I was too lazy to get out
3
the 3
chocolate mint,
containers.
super favorites. 3 chocolate. I may need to reorder chocolate as I'm running low. Cassie says, first live I've been able to catch in a few weeks.
Hey, Cassie.
So happy. Good morning.
How are you doing?
Maitreya says, I don't like the Traeger pellets. No. And there's a good reason for that, and it's because depending on where you buy Traeger pellets, it's actually alder, which is technically a hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
So they can put 100% hardwood on the packaging, but then they treat the alder with oils from the other woods. Whereas lumberjack, and if you buy Traeger pellets in Texas, it's 100% mesquite or oak or whatever.
Yeah, Texas.
But if Traeger was started in Utah, which is interesting, if you buy Traeger pellets in Utah, it's alder with
the oils.
added.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I buy lumberjack.
I have something to say.
What do you want to say?
Okay, so this morning while I was making my keto chow,
Yeah.
I was listening to Ask Nurse Cindy. It
Oh,
was
good.
live.
Okay.
So I would recommend that you go find her on Facebook, Ask Nurse Cindy. She has a website, but she does a
Mostly on
bunch.
Facebook.
She mostly does videos, and she'll just talk to people. She's so sweet, just the nicest lady. She's a nurse. She's been doing keto for 4 years, has lost, I think, 93 pounds.
Wow.
And she's a little lady too. So anyway, it's been really fun to, watch her journey. We met her in Kansas City.
Actually,
Oh,
you
like
first met her on
4
the cruise.
years ago. No, we met her in Kansas
Oh,
City.
you did?
And
Okay.
recognized her on the cruise.
Okay.
So yeah, it was not that long after she had started. So
Okay.
it was pretty cool to meet her and get to know her. But I would recommend you go follow her and watch her video. Her video she talked about today was being kind to yourself, because a lot of times we hear that we need to be kind to
Other people.
everybody else. And I think we all agree as society, when we're kind, everything is better, right? When we're kind to our family, it's better. But how often are you actually kind to yourself? So she said, think of some things that you can do to be kind to yourself that are not necessarily giving yourself a treat or food, not letting food own you. And she mentioned that her and her dad went rock hounding, and that was something that brought them joy and was a thing that she did to be kind to herself. It was like something fun that she got to do. She mentioned also she wasn't wearing makeup, so she said, hey, I'm not wearing makeup, but guess what, that's fine. But one thing that she said she does to be kind to herself is put her makeup on.
Okay.
And I don't come on lives very often without makeup on, because I like to look at myself in the mirror and feel good about myself. And when I don't have makeup on, sometimes I don't. And so my kids tease me, my girls tease me, why do you always wear makeup? You don't need to wear makeup, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I like to wear makeup. It makes me happy to wear makeup. So that's why I wear makeup. And that's something you can do to be kind to yourself. So think of something, maybe you guys could mention in the comments really quick what things you do that are being kind to yourself.
Are you soliciting more comments?
Yes. Well, actually, I just really want to hear, because I don't think that, Yeah, I don't think that everybody has the same things they do.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's hobbies, if it's just smiling at yourself in the mirror. Another thing that we do occasionally is I'll just take a dry erase marker or even a Sharpie and write on the mirror for my kids, you are amazing, you are awesome, you are a good reader, you can spell, just different things, because it's nice to be reminded how awesome we are, because we're awesome.
Okay.
And being kind to yourself is really important. So go follow Ask Nurse Cindy and tell me what you do and what you could do today to be kind to yourself. Thank you.
Heather made the lasagna we talked about.
Oh,
She
yay.
said, changed my life. It's so good. Who needs pasta?
So
Not me.
So good.
Mike says, I created and posted another recipe last night. Garlic, tomato, basil, cheese bites.
Oh, yes, I saw that with the roasting cheese. Why can't I think of the right word? What's it called?
The queso para
Yeah,
queso fresca.
queso fresca.
Jennifer says, I tried to make my tomato basil keto chow recipe, but I don't have a waffle maker. I was going for a chaffle maker, but I made a chan cake, and now I know what to do in a waffle maker. Great flavor, though.
Yeah.
They do sell those at Target.
And you know what? That totally works. That's so great.
Shauna says, we need a proposition against carbs. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, this is first timer here, waiting for my first order. Well, welcome.
Glenda, how are you?
Deb says, I'm making keto chow pizzelles. Today is vanilla keto chow cinnamon sugar.
That
Kaden
sounds
says
good.
he knows that cinnamon can mess with insulin, but okay.
Okay.
He likes the taste anyway. Hey, but Deb, sugar is a mix of granulated bokeh sweet, monk fruit, allulose, erythritol. Found mixing all alternate sugars makes for a better
Oh,
flavor.
yeah. Yeah, we've noticed that too. A lot of mixing of sweeteners.
Debbie wants to
change
know, what are
things.
carnivore crisps?
We don't have any here.
It's meat shaved into crisps,
Yeah.
and they cook them up. And
It's
they're
like
really good.
little pieces of jerky, and they're a little bit expensive, but
Yeah.
it comes in a little packet, and they're great. They're so yummy. like
Songbird is on.
brisket. Here,
Carol
I'll
says
show you.
carnivore crisp in their nightstand, next to my nightstand. Joe is on. At least I'm assuming it's Joe. Let's see. Andrew says, I really have to watch myself with keto chow. I'll do 6 a day if I could get away with it. Well, you could split it up, I guess.
Yeah.
It's better to eat fewer meals, though.
Okay, here's their logo, Carnivore Crisp logo. The website isn't super awesome, but then our website isn't super awesome either. They have beef liver. Okay, let me show you. Beef ribeye, leg of lamb, chicken breast. Oh, you could show them. Sorry.
Okay.
Beef sirloin, pork loin, beef brisket. There you go.
They use real salt, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good stuff.
they're great. Super yummy. So, and it's not like a regular traditional jerky. It's just meat.
Yep.
I thought about it because of Bronson on Two Crazy Ketos Live, and how he was saying, if you need a snack on protein. And I think it was interesting because a lot of times we want something sweet, and when we eat something sweet, then we want more sweet, and we, like it doesn't turn off that trigger. But a lot of times when you eat protein, you don't want any more food after a while. You just get full.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was a good point.
Renee had previously said, the folks complaining about the whole Proposition 65 are probably the ones eating beyond meat products, which is hilarious because that's where you
get the Prop
heavy
65
metals.
the most.
Mm-hmm.
So
Then she called me
This
out
is
for
grilling.
skipping it. I read it and then I forgot to say it because
you
I
read
got
it and then
interrupted.
skipped it on purpose.
No, I got interrupted. Let's see.
I interrupt
Lynette
you
says she's very protective about her keto treats.
sometimes.
Candace says, speaking of warning labels, what's the trigger for not a low-calorie food? You know what? I'm actually not sure what the trigger is for that. Like how many calories? Carol says, good morning. Yeah, because keto chow,
Hi,
I don't
Carol.
think we have to put that on because the fat isn't included until you add it yourself. Shauna says, California needs a warming proposition. We can cause cancer. Just cross our borders. No kidding. Let's see. Oh, Carol's having trouble connecting today.
Oh, sorry.
Songbird says, you both look refreshed. I'm not. I'm tired. Good lighting today.
Yeah.
And Jean says, yeah, I'm on early. Right Family says, non-keto people always want the keto food, but don't want to be keto. It's true. If you've got keto treats, it's
Yeah.
like, I want that. You're like, seriously? This costs 4 times more than your stuff.
Yeah, we got those, the Slim Fast fat
Oh, the little
bombs.
fat bombs.
And I got 3 packages and put them in the like snack drawer or whatever.
Gone.
And I went to get one yesterday to eat with my meal, and it was empty.
Yep.
Like, hey, who ate all these? And Max is like, I don't know.
Oh, maybe me.
Maybe me.
Mike says, it sounds like you're at risk for lawsuits for using small fonts in your warnings. Blue Dove is in Texas. Yeehaw, man. Well, now like Nurse Cindy, so does Songbird.
She's so stinking cute.
Shauna says, can we ask Nurse Cindy general med questions?
I'm sure you could, but I mean, any nurse or doctor that are online, you should still take their advice, but still talk to your doctor.
Yep.
I think this.
Joe, thanks. Put Nurse Cindy's Facebook link into there. Blaine says, Bears, are you doing the 2KK no joke challenge? I'm thinking about it. I'm still trying. From what I can understand, it's getting your protein in and doing some exercise.
That's
right?
the one that was on 2KK last night that
That's
they were
correct.
talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Melissa says some people are allergic to certain heavy metals. That's true.
Yeah.
So this proposal in California could in time be good for us all. Too many metals can lead to toxicity in the body. Yeah.
Well, and I think knowing which metals those are will help, and reading ingredients carefully will help.
Yep.
I guess the other thing
I was really surprised that the cinnamon in Keto Chow had enough to trigger the warning, because I'm like, those levels are absurdly low, but it still triggers the warning. It's crazy. Angela says, first time watching. You were going to say something more?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's gone.
She's been using Keto Chow for about 3 weeks.
Oh, yay.
Dana says, I haven't worn makeup since my brother passed back in November at a tragic accident.
Oh, that's so sad. And you don't have to wear makeup unless you want to.
Renee, the physical therapist, says, I take time daily to exercise. Even if I'm not motivated, I feel better after.
Yes.
Renee, I do have to say that earlier this week, we watched the Little Shop of Horrors from 1986 that had Rick Moranis.
What does that have to do with exercise?
When Steve Martin was singing about being a dentist and causing people pain, I thought of you. I really did, actually.
Be a physical therapist.
She says, I smile and wink at myself and give finger guns to the mirror.
Yeah.
Amy bought a dress. I don't wear dresses very often. Kathy does self-care. Songbird says, I eat keto always.
Nice.
Minnie says, I do my nails. Oh, that makes me feel happy. Good morning.
Me too. And I was going to paint them this morning. And
Andrew says, I take time out in the morning and evening to take care of my skin.
Nice.
I do facial scrubs and body moisture treatments daily. Our skin is forever. Collagen daily.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Maitreya, growing up in rural Southwest, I now get my pellets from Colorado. Using Bear Mountain Cherry for my ribs right now.
Nice.
Kaden says, to be kind to myself, I joined the 25 push-ups per day challenge because of the American Cancer Association. That way, instead of stressing about my skinny arms, I'm showing them how much I love and care.
Oh, that's great.
Blaine makes a suggestion. For all of you out there, don't use a PayPal e-check to pay for your Keto Chow. PayPal is slow and it will delay your order. That's true.
That is
and unfortunately, there's no way for us as a vendor.
Yeah, we can't cancel it.
To say, well, we can't say, hey, PayPal, don't allow people to use an e-check. It's going to show up as a payment method based on your preferences in PayPal. And once that transaction starts, we as a vendor don't have any way to speed it up or
cancel it.
Or refund it. Like, it just is what it is. And we're like,
it's annoying. Sorry.
Yeah, we actually had a discussion about that yesterday. Maitreya says, yeah, the carnivore crisps are like jerky, but thinner and crispier.
Yeah, they're so good.
It says these arms were made for hugging. And that's just what they'll do. Renee says, sounds yummy, Maitreya, just meat and salt is what Maitreya hit back with. Sonia says, I wrote on the mirror often when my late husband broke his back and needed encouraging.
Oh, nice.
Overhead projector markers work well. And I listen to you all, which is what I do for me.
Yay. Thank you.
Confident and Fit Mom says, does anyone have an affiliate link for the carnivore crisps so I can support their channel? I like was said, I think Keto Savage might have one.
I can look it up real quick.
I know we don't have one, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Holly says, good morning. I tried apple pie for the first time and enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Matrey says, I'm using the cherry because I don't want to empty the hopper, put in the mesquite. Probably shouldn't be so lazy. Okay. That's, I rarely empty the hopper. Well, and my smoker has a 40-pound hopper on it. So, whatever. Diane says, a little something sweet can be a slippery
It's
slope
true.
for sure.
Yeah.
Dana says, I need to watch the Bronson 2KK stream from yesterday. I was busy. I actually stayed here
That
at
was really
work
good.
so that I could help put comments
so
and
nice.
links and stuff like that into the chat feed that was going on. I didn't get home until it's like 5:30 or 6. Jennifer says, self-care is allowing myself time in the evenings to just sit after work for an hour and relax. Read, knit, whatever. Slow down before I start doing anything else. Everything else waiting for me.
I do not see one on Keto Savage's website.
Okay. It was probably in a video that they did. Mike says, I'm not sure I could do 25 push-ups in a day, but I've started walking briskly at the gym. Walked 2 miles last night. Julie says they take a bath with Epsom.
Ooh, that's so nice to yourself.
Tigris Akio says that's correct. The entire challenge is about building lean muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Odette says, I would like to see a sour flavored Keto Chow shake.
Oh, wow.
Now, one issue with doing that is the sourness will come from a bit acidic,
yeah,
which will cause the milk proteins to curdle. So
Yeah.
it may go a little bit
need to be
funky.
careful. So what I do with the lemon meringue is I take the little True Lemon packets, and as I'm mixing it, I should have done that today. I will put like 3 True Lemon packets in it when I'm mixing, but I also don't let it sit in the fridge for too long. But I haven't noticed any curdling problems with those. So,
Okay.
and that gives it like a little bit more sourness. And then we do have a link and a coupon code for the OOO flavors, and they have all kinds of flavors. They're just drops.
Yeah,
that you
but it's
can
more
add
the essence
into-
of flavor. It wouldn't be sour, actually sour though.
Yeah, but it would taste.
Yeah.
It would have the taste.
Let's see. Brigitte says after watching the 2 Crazy Ketos live last night, I went out to eat. I had a ribeye, but I couldn't finish it. Leftovers. There you go.
Nice.
Let's see. Blue Dove says Keto Chow has quite a bit of fiber, but I don't see the source in the ingredients. So the source is the acacia gum fiber. So let me actually. If you go to nutrition, and here you've got the ingredients. So it's the acacia gum fiber.
Mm-hmm.
There's also some in the xanthan gum. And down here below, well, here you go. It's got acacia gum. It doesn't have excessive fiber in it, though. But yeah, all of the fiber, well, the most of the fiber is coming from acacia gum. I'll actually just pop this into the chat. It has
That
some
looks
really.
like a fire.
That is crystallized acacia gum.
Well, it looks like a fire.
But there's a lot of really good information on that page about the benefits of acacia gum. Renee says, feed me, Seymour. Yeah. Renee says, I do my own nails with acrylic dip powder.
Oh, nice.
I get luminescent powders because glow-in-the-dark fingernails are fun and make me smile.
Yes. Self-care.
Mike says, barbecued meats supposedly cause cancer. I'm not going to stop eating them. Yeah, and it may cause cancer if you also eat a bunch of other stuff, but if you're eliminating all the carbs and everything like that, does it really? I don't think it does. Jean says, what kind of smoker is a good?
Everything causes cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer is when your body doesn't work correctly in some way.
Mm-hmm. Well, all of us have cancer cells in us all the time, but is it particularly carcinogenic? And are we talking about a relative increase in risk or an absolute increase in risk? Because a lot of times they'll put the relative increase and they'll say it's 33% higher. And you get down to it and it's like, oh, instead of 0.001%, it's 0.0025% or something like that. Anyway, sorry.
But that does sound better.
I guess so. Gina wants to know what smoker is a good one. I did a lot of research on Reddit, specifically on the pellet-fired subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting a Rectech because they're stainless steel all the way. The Green Mountain grills, the Daniel Boone and the Davy Crockett, are really nice. Pit Boss can also be really nice. Heath had a bad experience with Pit Boss, but Costco is taking care of it for him. Anyway, Shauna says, Chris was very helpful last night with all the links.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I did. I tried hard. Maitreya says, yeah, Rectech for top of the line, Pit Boss or Traeger for regular people. No, if you really want to go top of the line, you get the Yodler, however you pronounce it. Those things are nuts.
I want one of those.
Blaine says, a page with affiliate links from our favorite providers that might be useful site or app. Incidentally, in case you haven't ever seen it, if you go on our site and go to our favorite things,
We have a few things.
there are links to our favorite stuff.
That's too fast for me to focus. Hey, our favorite stuff is Bronson.
Yeah. Anyhow, so we have a bunch of favorite things. Two Crazy Ketos has their own favorite things page as well. I just think it's a cool idea to have. Maitreya says, can't really go wrong with the Weber either.
Oh,
Jean says, I'm regular people. Songbird says, I was out brushing horses who just moved onto our property. I'm a horse-loving gal.
Oh,
You just had
that's so
random horses show up and you're brushing them down. Peggy says, what about the peanut butter and jelly Keto Chow that Joe wants? Joe
Yeah.
can just keep on wanting it.
He can want that. I'll do himself.
Joe says, TMI, I learned a new way to get your electrolytes in. Spent a weekend in the Florida Gulf waters. My pee was clear like water the whole time.
Because you were in salt water?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Renee says, that's awesome. Shauna says, I craft and scrapbook. It makes me extremely happy.
Yes.
Floyd's on.
Hi.
Jennifer says, what's the 21 meals on the go on the website all about? So,
Let's see if it's really there.
okay, we go to shop, sweet flavors, go to chocolate. What's this right here?
Oh, that's something.
What is it though?
Why don't you tell?
So on the go 21 meals, we haven't put the picture in there yet. It's a new thing that we're offering.
For a limited time.
And that's what this thing said. Save 15% on the go 21 meals.
On the go.
So it's 21 of the chocolate singles. And yeah, instead of getting a 21 meal bag, you can get 21 of them for 15% off. I get it's a way of buying 21 of the individual singles for 15% off.
Discount, yeah.
So this notice right here to save 15% actually supposed to be right there. I'm not sure why it's not showing up.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's just something new that we have. And okay, it says $99.75, but when you actually go to the shopping cart,
Oh, it comes out
There you
$84.79.
yeah, so it's saving you an extra 15% off.
Nice.
So there you go. It's something new that it'll only be on a couple of flavors, and we're starting with chocolate. So there you go.
So tell us what you think.
Yep.
Kind of fun. Do something different.
John says, oh no, do not cough while taking a drink of Keto Chow. Confession notes.
Oh, no, no, no.
Diane says persistent acid reflux can lead to cancer. Carbs cause me to have acid reflux. Therefore, carbs need a warning that they may cause cancer.
Right.
Sean says it also hurts. Comes up.
Oh.
But Trace says, yeah, for sure. You needed a second mortgage for a Yoder. Let's see. Renee says, I finally got through all the pre-employment hurdles, got the clear, informed my boss, nodded stomach. Start my new job next
Oh my
Tuesday.
gosh, congratulations. That's so exciting.
Mike says, last time I went to Texas Roadhouse, I ordered a 32-ounce prime rib.
Wow.
It cost double the cost of a 16-ounce, so I might as well just order 2 of those. That's probably true. And then you get 4 of the sides. So you can get really a lot of broccoli covered in bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says, we used to recommend Pit Boss, but the customer service has gone down lately, so we stopped recommending it.
Okay, there we go.
Maitreya says, I like my Pit Boss, but I have an older model that doesn't have any Wi-Fi, so it'll go forever. That's actually one of the reasons I went with the Rectech, was because it does have Wi-Fi built in, which a lot of people are like, why on earth would you need Wi-Fi? If there's something that you need to monitor the temperature and or change frequently, having the ability to do that from wherever you are is really nice.
Well, and because it's like going all night long, it's nice for him to just pull up his phone and just check it.
It's also nice for Miriam to put the meat in and me to say, oh, let me turn that on for you. Because
Like I could turn it on.
There's
but...
a switch on the front that looks like it's a switch to turn it on. It's a light switch.
Well, I turned on the light just fine.
Songbird says no, they belong to our neighbors who live there. I'd hang out with anybody's horse. Oh, okay.
Oh, cute.
Like random
I
horses.
think that's what she was saying. That's her nice thing to go
Okay.
hang out
Yes,
with horses.
it is. But I'm just like, random horses roaming the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Renee says, I love my current boss, and it broke my heart to tell him I was leaving, but he was understanding,
No.
supportive, and sad. Joe says, come on, Miriam, I want peanut butter and jelly. Trey says it's definitely the low end of smokers, but if you're handy and can change an auger every couple of years, they'll last forever.
Oh, there we go.
Christine says chocolate only on the go. Well, so far, it's 21 of the same thing.
We're going to try it with
thing.
a few flavors and see what you think.
Mhm.
It is limited time, so
Yep.
we'll just see what you guys think.
Andrew says that's cool. Peggy says I love the idea. Matreya says how exciting, Renee. Sean says, well, I do need chocolate, but I'll have to rent some storage just for all my singles. Mike says it's perfect for the small minority that are convinced the samples taste better than the big bags. Well,
Yeah,
Mike,
that's
so
true.
you and we live in the Western United States where it's super dry.
Yeah.
And you can leave a bag of Keto Chow literally open on the counter
And it would be fine.
it'll get drier.
Yeah.
Other parts of the country don't have that luxury. And so a lot of people have said they like the singles because you open one up, put it in, and it doesn't pick up a bunch of humidity.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Also, you can travel with them a lot easier
That's
than
true.
like the big bag. So it's just different things, different ways.
Okay. Renee says, telling my current patients is tough today.
Oh.
Ronna says, I have to watch replay. I missed everything after the medal.
Mm.
Let's see. Ross Sienna says, how about a 21 variety pack of all the flavors? So you can actually make that yourself if you... No, so here's the thing. Here's why there's a discount on the 21 of them that's all the same flavor, because we can put those together ahead of time.
Yep.
And so that saves us time with the picking. If it was a 21 variety pack, what you can do is you can add any flavor of the samples, and it will give you a 5% discount once you hit 21 of them.
Yeah.
So this is just a above and beyond. It's a 15% discount if you want to get 21 of the one flavor. So yeah, you can build your own bundle all you want and get 21 of them, and it will give you a discount. It says it there on the page. Hey, order 21 of these, blah, blah, blah. So Julie wants to know how to send Miriam an email. Probably the easiest thing is down in the bottom right corner of our site. There's this little question mark thing.
Yep. And you can just
you can't see it because our thing is covering it up. Anyway, there's a button that says contact us directly, and they can get that over to Miriam.
Yep. You can just write Miriam, and then I'll get it.
Fanny's on just in time for us to get off.
Hey.
Songbird says, trying to decide my first meal today. Will it be Keto Chow ice cream or
What's going to be nice to
hot
yourself?
chocolate Keto Chow?
I'm going to have hot chocolate.
Okay. Hot mint chocolate. Okay. Well, we're going to take off. Matreya says, all right, we're getting an April box soon. I'd be thinking about the May box due to all the hype, and it slipped my mind. P.S. Savory chicken for dinner. Delicious.
Yes. And keep remembering, guys, to enter the Great Keto Cook-Off with your recipes. It's been so fun to see.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Keto Dana is asking for prayers for her 11-year-old son. He has to get something done tomorrow morning, hoping for no surgery. Oh,
on his knee.
yeah. It says get a min done. I'm just not sure what that means. Renee says 26 mile per hour
We'll
wind
pray
today.
for you.
Mother Nature forgot her meds. Debbie says, if I make my own bundle, can I save that as a subscription to repeat? Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
You can't.
We have limitations.
The subscriptions can only happen on the big bags. So Peggy says, when you guys do new flavor, how long does that take?
It's like 6 months.
Well, at a minimum 6 months, but realistically, with the turnaround time on the place that does our packaging, it's more like 9. So.
It just takes a while.
Oh, an MRI. Okay, magnetic resonance imaging.
MRI.
Renee says, last day to enter the recipe challenge, I believe, is the 29th.
Yeah, we're gonna pick the winner on the night of the 29th, or we'll pick the winner.
Because you and I are going to not be around.
Lori is. We Keto Chow as a company.
That's why I said we.
We'll pick the winner on the 30th, so you can enter up until midnight on the 29th.
All right, Heath, sir, we really got to go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.